All right. Okay. All right. Welcome to the Steady Chat.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? Shawn Batu here.
What up, y'all? Cliffy B.
And welcome to the Steady Chat.
Hey, I'm happy. He didn't cringe this time when I said something.
No, yeah. I 100% did, but I just let it go.
Okay.
I let it go.
Just leave me alone.
Let
me
it
live
go.
my life.
Right? I would sing it, but we'd get a copyright strike.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a copyright strike on my original music, and I was weirded out by it. I got it resolved, but it's fine.
Fair enough.
Anyways, what's up? We're going to be talking about a new subject, one that we've never talked about on this channel before. We're going to be talking about how hookup culture has ruined relationships for not only women, but also men.
Yes.
Yes, that's right, guys. That's right. Hookup culture has ruined you. It really has. It's pretty terrible. All right, so let's get into it. So let's start off by defining
Hookup culture. What is it? What does it mean for you?
For me? Or what is it? What is it for me specifically? Oh God. For me, extremely specifically, it means that you just come here, we do the thing, and then you leave.
Goodbye.
Yeah. No feelings attached whatsoever. Maybe we talk
much.
because I'm a nice human being, but like, you know.
But the culture as a whole is just the acceptance of this being almost like a normal thing. Like it's almost a sense of normality to just like, oh yeah, we hooked up and never talked again and nobody cares. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, most generally, hookup culture is being okay with sleeping around with whoever with no feelings attached whatsoever.
Pretty much.
Even if maybe you're interested in this person and, you know, you guys go on a date and then you just hook up and then probably like don't talk after that.
Yep.
So it's also another thing of hookup culture. So, yeah.
It already sounds negative.
I mean, we make it sound negative, but honestly, people think it's super fun because you get pleasure out of it, right?
True.
You know, you get, for guys, you know, it's like one of the ultimate things because like sex is awesome. It's so good.
True. It's
right.
good.
It's really good, right? So yeah, I mean, another question is like, where did it come from?
Which I'm curious about this. I don't know exactly. I haven't really thought about it. Like, how did this get started? I think it's just been a thing that's been coming around like over the years. Like we've slowly, progressively gotten closer and closer to this point of people just being more and more okay with it. Like, I don't know.
So I won't blame dating apps, right? Because people hooking up has been a thing for a very long time.
For sure.
So I will try to keep this as Steady Chat specific as possible. Okay. So years ago, let's say 2022. So like 70 years ago.
Story time with Shawn.
Yeah. So about 70 years ago, there were a lot of things happening in the country and a lot of things. And I'm being America specific, and like the world abroad, like France has been freaks forever. So yeah, but America specific, there were a lot of really cool movements that happened and a lot of great things that happened, right? Cool things, great things, like for black people. But there was also another thing around sexual freedom, we'll just say, right? Okay. And so that's where it was then started to, that's where the beginnings of, I guess, hookup culture, like being okay with just sleeping around with whoever, started to become normal, right? Okay. Obviously, cultural changes take a very long time. True. But those were the seeds, right? And so you plant that and you wait for a long time and you all of a sudden get a forest like this picture. Oh. So maybe I'll try to find that picture. I probably won't.
Just find a picture of any forest.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that's kind of where it started, where we just said I should be able to sleep with whoever, and women started to believe it. If I'm being honest, they started to believe that sleeping with somebody may keep a guy around, where in reality, if you make that dude go on a bunch of dates without sleeping with him and you actually get to know each other, he's most likely going to stick around farther, a lot longer. But yeah,
likely to be a higher quality guy as well.
Yeah. I mean, like okay, I know this actually is fine. It's like, what's bad about it? In my opinion, it's just too easy. It's getting sex has gotten too easy. Like I think we had this discussion at one time. Like if dating apps didn't exist or whatever, would guys still be like having as much sex or something like that? It wasn't the exact phrasing, right? But dating apps have contributed to it, but it's not the main factor. It's just become a lot easier to do it. Yeah, like I venture to say that dating apps have contributed maybe 40%, and it's much more of a mindset thing. And then technology is always a thing that's supposed to just make it easier.
Right. I was gonna say I would see dating apps not even so much as like a mindset thing, but more so as just like an enabler. Like it's just helped you talk to more people faster. Like the limiter before was the fact that you can only go to like this bar and talk to so many people before.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Well, so
I'm
on
doing
a dating
that real
app,
life stuff.
you can literally send as many messages as you want, to as many matches or whatever as you want to. So your chances of success is significantly higher because
that's what you were saying. And it's turned into basically like an Instagram gallery, pretty much, right? Because like you can go on this website, or I guess this app. Man, I'm starting to sound old.
Jesus.
Man, I make apps. That's the thing. Like I make apps. I also make websites, I guess. But like, like
web apps. Okay.
I do. Actually, that is true. Except right now. Right now, where I'm making a website for like day job.
Oh. Well.
But yes, it's turned into a gallery of I like this person or I don't like this person. Right? Swipe left, and you're pretty much throwing this person away. That's what it feels like. And then it's like you have a discard pile, and then you have like a likes pile. And it's the gamification of all of this has really made it so much easier. And like you said, you just have so many people that you can talk to.
Yeah.
So it's just a compounding factor in my view.
Yeah. Which has positive and negative impacts.
Well, yeah. Like I said, like my neighbor and my brother-in-law's brother, they both met on Tinder.
Yeah.
So like, you can get good things out of it if you have the right intention.
Well, no, I was meaning, yes, this is correct.
But a different point.
Yes, I was meaning more so like it can have positive and negative impacts of hookup culture. So even though it is typically a bad thing that it's so easy to hook up with people, it's kind of a good thing too, because now, especially like as you're younger and you're really into that whole thing, you kind of get over it sooner if you think about it. I would argue that a lot of people like, oh, okay, well, I've done the whole hookup thing now, and now I'm ready to...
I'm losing you, man.
How?
I'm losing you, man.
I mean, I've had these conversations with a number of people, and that's literally how that has gone for them.
So I hear that in drinking. Right, people drink a ton in college, right, and then they get older and they're like, listen, I did the whole thing. In fact, one of my great friends that we may end up having on this thing, he was like, yeah, man, like in college we would literally drink from like Sunday until like Thursday or until like Tuesday or something like that, and then take Wednesday off, and then probably start from, so I guess it's from Thursday until Tuesday. and I'm like I could not live that life.
It's a pretty fun life.
I couldn't do it. Like if I guess if I was in college, like yeah, but like even when I was in college or college aged, I was not into that. But to bring it into this, before that time period I was telling you, like yes, people would still like hook up and stuff like that, but it was not a thing where it's like I'm gonna hook up all the time, right? It was not like a thing of like, yeah, men want sex, like men want it all the time, but women were the gatekeepers, meaning that they did not allow you to do any of that physical stuff until most like back then probably married. Like it was much more of an abstinence culture. Yeah. Right? Getting that out of your system, for at least for men, never really happens. Like it's a constant thing because you like having sex. I don't think that's a thing that you just get out of your system in terms of like wanting sex. It's do I have connection to this actual person?
Right. That's what I'm meaning. I'm not saying like, oh, I had so much sex, so now I don't want to have sex anymore. More like I've had so much sex with just random meaningless people that now I want the actual connection to be there.
That's definitely a new phenomenon.
I definitely think it's something that's newer, that's starting to come up more, and it's starting to happen more. But I think as culture is starting to realize what happened from, like as you said, it's a slow thing. It's something that changes over time. I think we're getting to like the end of that part where, hey, we're awake and we realize, everybody is super into hookup culture, and now people are being like kind of recoiling back from it a little bit.
I really hope so. I really hope you're right, because like I personally, because I'm a guy, like sex a lot, and so like we'll end up participating in it at times. But the problem is, it's just like when you're done, like I'm just like, well, yeah, like had sex, great, cool. Like,
I think that's actually also another common misconception. Women enjoy sex as well, almost as much as men, and debatably just as much as men do. The difference being is that women are usually a bit more reserved and specifically want certain criteria to be met before they're willing to have sex, whereas guys are a little bit more free with that kind of thing.
I think you're right to a point. I think they enjoy cuddling more than they do actual sex. I think they enjoy connection more than actual sex. I think sex is like just like the cherry on top. I don't think they like. I think for guys it's just like that's like the ultimate thing, and for women it's just that cherry on top. And like,
I'm kind of curious. I would love to actually like interview some people. Yeah, do like a survey or something and see this, because I would actually be curious how many guys actually enjoy just like cuddling and enjoy just the connection part, and sex is kind of like the...
Ladies, I like cuddling. Just don't tempt me to go farther, because we will.
Fair enough. Do we want to say anything more about why it's bad?
No. But we were starting to kind of graze on, is there anything we can do about it? And don't put yourself in those situations.
Yeah.
So I will tell a personal subjective story.
Okay.
My ex, that was never on the table. Sex was never on the table with her. It was always, and because for me personally, I was just like, I am trying to find somebody to marry, right? And so like anything I could do to like help that along, great. But if, like I said before, if you put me in those situations, like I'm gonna want it. So we would always be out. She did not ever come over for like a month and a half, or like a month, or maybe, like a while. We had gone on quite a few dates before she ever stepped foot in my house.
Fair
and
enough.
then we never like went up to the loft that I have upstairs, and she never set foot in my bedroom, right? Never any of that stuff. The main thing that you can do is not put yourself in those situations.
Yeah.
If you stay out of like any, because like you're not gonna have sex when you're like out, right?
Right.
You're not gonna. Well, maybe you could, but you're very less likely to have sex when you're like at a bar. You're like at bowling or like go-karts or something like that. You're a lot less likely to do that. And then it personally, needs to be you need to date with a purpose. Like if you don't think that you can see yourself being with that person, then just call it.
Yeah.
and just don't continue the thing.
Yeah. There's just no point for it to continue.
Yeah.
I actually last night I had actually talked to some girls, and they were talking about how one of their previous friends, because they're no longer associated with this person, anytime she would go out and get like really drunk, she would end up cheating on her boyfriend.
Oh, so that sounds terrible.
Right. And that's kind of one of those things where I literally brought it up in the conversation. I was like, just if you don't set yourself up for failure. Like, don't put yourself in the situation where you're gonna mess up. Where like this girl would literally be like, "Hey, don't let me cheat tonight." Like,
well, you could just,
you have to say that.
You could just not get that drunk.
Right. Like just have some accountability. Like,
oh my God, yeah,
it's just crazy. I know this is an extreme, obviously, scenario.
Not
situation.
Really though. That's the thing. Because the thing is, like, there are certain limits of alcoholism that you just lose all inhibitions, right?
Right.
Like
what it does.
Yeah, generally. But for some people it's very low and some people it's very high. You have to learn what that limit is.
Yeah, for
right.
sure.
Like we've said before, you have to continually be learning about yourself.
Right.
And the fact that people don't boggles my mind.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
Yeah, because like, and I guess we'll just close out with this if we don't have any other points. But like, the first and I think only time I ever got so drunk where I threw up was when I was like 21, maybe 22. I'll get called on whenever somebody in the comments will say something, but I hit that limit once and I never hit that again. Like I've been able to get like pretty drunk, but never to the point where I throw up. And so like, you know, if somebody's getting so drunk where they're like, don't let me cheat on someone, like you could just not drink that much.
Yeah.
Like it's a personal decision that you are making. Cheating is 100% a choice.
Yeah.
There's a comedian that said, you know, cheating is like a bunch of steps in a row in order to actually make that happen.
A lot of them, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Fair enough.
Well, I think that's it, right?
I think that's good.
Cool, sweet. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell.
The like button and
You're supposed to say ding.
Ding.
The notification bell is the ding.
Okay, ding.
Okay, yeah. Notification bell.
Ding.
There we go. All right, cool. Hit the like button. Tell us what you guys think. Is hookup culture good? Is it bad? What are your thoughts about it? Let us know in the comments. Remember to download Steady Growing. We're making some pretty big changes in the app coming soonish, depending on how I develop, how fast I go. And we'll see you guys next time in the Steady Chat.
Hell yeah.
Peace.